this person asked, your definition of truth falls apart when you think of the reasonably necessary. I like that, reasonably necessary. It's black or white, it's on or off. It's necessary, it's not, but reasonably necessary. It's a maybe. Okay, fine. Concept true or false, this dichotomic binary concept is a major tool of human intelligence during observation. Again, introducing observers, epistemology, knowledge, perception. You can't do that in objective science, especially when you apply it to physics. Okay, physics has to be objective. True, which is given, which applies. And I asked, to what? I mean, is this the definition of true, which is given, which applies? False is which is not given, does not apply? According to whom? Again, it's all these subjective things that they want to turn into some kind of objective, like, oh, truth is objective, okay? And truth is true. I love that one. It shows that these people have no capacity to define things in scientific terms. They never learn to define terms scientifically in a way that you can use it consistently. And that's been the case with all of these so-called philosophers and mathematical physicists in the last 2,000 years. They don't know how to define terms. And they never cared about definitions because the mathematicians are doing, they're doing equations. So they don't care about qualitative issues. They've never taken the trouble because they say, well, physical interpretations, that's philosophy. They dismiss that as philosophy, as your opinion. We don't care about that. We care about the equations because we can bet our money on this. And what are equations? They're just descriptions. That's all they are. Is that science? No, not according to rational science. Anyways, let's get to my version of truth and false. I hope you like this version, okay? If I can get it. Let's see if I can get it here. Where did I put it now? Ah, here it is. Okay, here's my version, okay? Truth is with Mother Nature, Father Universe, and God having their respective file cabinets. Okay, that's what truth is. So let's explain this. What do I mean by that? I mean the following. Something happened in a certain way, or it did not. Okay? Now, do we know how it happened? I'll give you for instance. I believe, and I know for a fact, that my wife cheated with my neighbor. I know it. Now, my wife, if she's in her sound mind, and my neighbor, they should know whether they had sex or not. I mean, this is a black or white issue for them. They know whether they were there. I mean, again, if they were in their sound mind, right? In my case, I can only believe. I wasn't there, so I have to believe. I don't know if they had sex. Okay? And Mother Nature is more, Father Universe or God, whoever you want, okay, has the same issue. They know for a fact what happened. Whatever happened, happened. Okay? They know exactly how something happened. We don't know. We can't consult them because they whisper different things in different ears. This guy believes in God, and he said, well, God told me this in my dream. The other guy said, no, he told me something else. So all we have are our opinions about what happened. But we have to distinguish what happened objectively from the belief of that. And here, let me give you a for instance here so that we can put it in the right context. Here we have Felix the cat. He's going to throw a magnet, horseshoe, yes, through the window. So you ask, well, how did the window break? Okay. Objectively, it broke the way we just saw it. It broke because a horseshoe went through the window. That's how it broke. I'm just regurgitating what I just saw. That's objective. The mechanism that you just saw is objective. My belief of it, when I tell someone, the way the window broke is a horseshoe went through there. And the guy said, well, I think it was a crowbar. Another guy might say, no, it was Johnny's baseball that went through the window. So everybody's got a different theory of how the window broke. Okay? But we have to distinguish the mechanism itself, whether you use a baseball, a crowbar, or a horseshoe, we have to distinguish that objective mechanism from which one we're going to choose, which one we believe in. That's where subjectivity comes in. But Mother Nature, she knows exactly how the window broke. It turns out that the dog went through the window. That's how the window broke. Dog jumped through the window. Okay? Maybe Mother Nature knows that, but we don't. We speculate. We have all these theories of how the window broke, and this guy says baseball bat. The other guy says no, horseshoe, crowbar, whatever. So the mechanism is objective. Even if I explain it to someone and said, look, the window broke in this manner. This is what I believe I will say, right? Which is the wrong way to present it. You just have to explain how the window broke. And the window broke because a crowbar went in. So that explains how the window broke. Now, the fact that I believe that specific version, that's what's subjective. Okay? And Mother Nature does the same thing. She knows how something happened. We can only believe. We have all these theories of how Mother Nature runs gravity, how she runs a magnetic field and all that stuff. We only have beliefs. Okay? And the theory itself is objective. If I say, the way Mother Nature does gravity, she has particles pushed down on someone, flattens him towards the earth. So the guy can't, when he jumps, the particles push him back down. That's my theory. But the fact that I believe that that's the way Mother Nature runs her shop, runs gravity, is different than the mechanism itself. The mechanism of particles pushing down, that's objective. I can make a movie and you say, do you understand my proposal? If you understand the proposal, that part is objective. Whether you believe that that's the way Mother Nature does her stuff, that's a separate issue. That's subjective. Mechanisms are always objective. If you can put them on a screen, if you can illustrate it. But of course, people confuse that with a belief, with the fact that, well, this is how I think Mother Nature does her stuff. No, forget about that part. That part is subjective. The part that is not subjective is the mechanism you're watching on the screen of how something happened. Okay? And people don't always tune into those fine points of how the universe works, of how Mother Nature does her universe. No, everything is not subjective.